Hello, everybody. I am Wadey G from the G Listed. Make sure you check out my blog at theglisted.com and then follow all of my social media platforms, including Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, by going to the G Listed. Okay, so this video here, I really am specifically dedicating it to the Black LGBTQ community because I really want to give us some kind of space where we could talk about how do we move forward with this Jussie Smollett situation. And I'm not going to get into full details for those who don't know about it. Look at my other videos that talk about what happened with Jussie Smollett but with the community, now that we all know, even though I told y'all for the last 2 weeks after it happened, even though we all know that Jussie Smollett pulled a stunt where he lied about being attacked for his sexual orientation and his blackness, many of us, we're not a monolith, and I know some people disagree with this in the Black LGBTQ community, but what he did can destroy or really further push back the progress in our narrative of us being believed, us being respected. Some of you say tolerated. I hate that word. I like respected. And again, when it comes to real victims of hate crime that who happen to be black and of the LGBTQ spectrum, that hurts us. What he did, his narcissism, his selfishness. So, how do we move forward as a community? How do we deal with him, etc.? So, I say, how do we deal with him first? If you are angry, I get it. I'm not telling you not to be angry, because I was very angry when I first talked about this and put it out there to you all. I'm numb from it now because I've really just been concerned about real victims. I've been a real victim many, many years ago. But there are people who are victims today of all ages. So, with that in mind, I also say we have to forgive him. Forgive him doesn't mean you want to invite him to your event or you're going to give him some honor if you don't feel like it. I get it. That's not forgiving. Forgiving is just acknowledging him, acknowledging that he made a mistake, a costly mistake, where he's going to pay for it pretty much, but we may pay for it, and that's why we're concerned. And then we forgive him by just letting it be known, like, we saw what you did, but we have to move forward to make sure things like that don't happen again, and also to make sure that our community do stick with real victims of hate crimes. That's how we acknowledge. If you want to check him, if you want to be mad at him, you have every right to do so. But don't hold on to it, because especially if you call yourself a leader in this space, you don't have the time for that, and you shouldn't set the example for that. Okay, and then after that, how do we move forward as a community? Just move forward. Really, that's all it is to it. He's not the first who have lied about being a victim of a hate crime. I hope he will be the last, but this happens. This really happens. And to move on, you just have those kind of conversations with each other to not to really suggest to one another that this whole victimhood card playing game days are over. That what Jussie did actually destroyed that, and thankfully I never subscribed to that. We also, as we want to cape for one another, we have to hold each other accountable for our actions. Okay, you guys try to do it to me, I've done it to myself, and he wasn't the first person in the Black LGBTQ community that I held accountable for his actions that I felt that was an anti-Black LGBTQ narrative. Point blank, period. That's it. So that's how we move forward as Black LGBTQ people. It is a serious issue, but we don't have to allow it to really, really destroy us. Yes, we're going to come across some opposition later from, from former allies, from policies, whatever. We'll deal with it. We will triumph. But in this case, get your emotions out the way and then continue the good fight. I am Wadey G from the G Listed. And until next video, have a good day.